Hey guys, Thogden here, welcome back to a new video. Now today, we're not with Thogdad, which is a shame, but we've got a very interesting topic. We're going to go through every single Premier League club and name their best youngster. There is only one rule, and they have to be 22 years old or under. It's as simple as that. There's no other rules. We can pick any player we want. So it does rule out a few good names like Harry Winks, who's 23, Jack Grealish, who's 24, and there's more. But we've still got some good options. We're going to get straight into it. Alphabetical order, beginning with Arsenal. They've got a really good youngster called Sakho and Guendouzi, who are definitely up there. But I think the one with the most potential is Martinelli. That guy, every time he gets a chance, he scores. He is a bagsman. And the best thing about it, he's only 18 years old. Definitely a Brazilian youngster with bags of potential. It won't be long before we see him in the Brazilian side itself. He's probably got the most potential in the Arsenal team right now, I reckon. I just hope the guy keeps getting game time because, you know, when you've got to compete for a space with Aubameyang and Lacazette, it can be hard, but I hope he does because he's definitely going to become a good player. Aston Villa are next. I was stuck between Ezri Konsa and Douglas Luiz, both under 22. I couldn't pick Jack Grealish because he is 24. And I came down to it and I was thinking, who's more likely to have a more successful career? You know, Douglas Luiz with his past at Man City, he always goes for the impossible, always looking for that incredible pass. You can tell he's got the quality. So I'm going to say Douglas Luiz, but it's very close. Aston Villa have some very good youngsters under the age of 22, and I think they'll both become very good players. On to Bournemouth. The two names that stand out for me with the most potential, it has to be David Brooks or Harry Wilson. Two youngsters that have come from the Championship. One played for Derby, one played for the Blades. David Brooks is currently injured, so maybe I made a biased decision in going for Harry Wilson because this season he's been unbelievable. 6 goals in 14 games. Pretty impressive for the Premier League in your first year. And on top of that, he scored 2 goals against Tottenham, and guess who was at that match? Me. So yeah, I'm going to say Harry Wilson, but it's close between them two. I'm sure with David Brooks is back from his injury, he's going to be on top form as well. On to Brighton. Now, I narrowed it down to 2 names, Alzate or Connolly. And the one that really stands out for me is Connolly, 19 years old, already had his Irish cap, you know, scored 2 goals at home against Spurs to help Brighton win 3-0, which is unbelievable. The guy's a powerhouse. He's short, but he's quick. He's definitely someone to look out for. Irish. He's scored goals for fun in the Brighton under-23s. He's definitely someone for the future. Connolly is my Brighton potential youngster. On to Burnley. Now, there aren't many choices. I've got to be honest. There's only one you have to go for, and it's McNeil. 20 years old, right? And in 39 Premier League games, you know, for a youngster in the Premier League, a team that's quite defensive, he's got 4 goals and 9 assists. I mean, what a cross McNeil has on him. That guy's got a great whip, and he'll definitely get loads and loads of assists in the Premier League in his career. On to Chelsea. Now, I found this one so difficult. I mean, we could go on Mason Mount, Reece James, Hudson-Odoi, Tammy Abraham, Fikayo Tomori. There's so many to choose from, but I narrowed it down, and I thought, who at the moment is doing the most, and who could probably have the best career? And I'm thinking Tammy Abraham. This season, 11 goals and 3 assists in 16 games in his first season starting for Chelsea. Impressive. I have to go with him for it. But Chelsea are spoiled for choice with youngsters at the moment. Crystal Palace are next, and it's fair to say Roy Hodgson doesn't really play the kids. He doesn't really have any youngsters. I mean, he had Wan-Bissaka, but apart from that, he's gone now, so it's really difficult, this one. I'm going to have to say Nia Kerby. You probably have no idea who it is. I had to go down into their youth squads, really. He's actually on loan at Blackpool at the moment, playing League One football, but he was actually part of the under-17 England squad that won the under-17 World Cup, so I think it has to be him. Everton are next, and this was difficult. I looked into a few of their youngsters, but I've ended up going with Moise Kean. Now, a lot of you will say, well, he's not even playing at the moment, he's not even getting in the team, how could you pick him? Yeah, he's being mistreated at the moment. Some argue he's being mistreated, some argue he's got the wrong mentality. To be honest, it's a difficult one because Moise Kean, the potential is there. He could definitely become a top baller. He's still like 19 years old, and I'm sure if he moves to another big club and gets game time there, he'll impress. But I don't think Everton was the right move, and especially under Duncan Ferguson, I don't think he'll be getting much game time. But maybe under Ancelotti, who's just come from the Serie A, we'll find out soon, but Moise Kean has to be the most potential youngster at Everton, because there isn't really anyone else in his bracket. Now we're on to Leicester. Now, they've got a few good choices. I think Chilwell just missed out on the age bracket. It has to be Youri Tielemans. How good that man is, and his head's in the right place. That's the main thing. He turned down big money from big clubs like Arsenal to play more at Leicester City, and now he's reaping the rewards. Look how good Leicester are doing. They're above City in the Premier League. They might, who knows, they might win the Premier League. I know, it'll probably be Liverpool, but Youri Tielemans, what a baller. And for me, he is their most potential under-22 player. All of you lot saying James Madison, he's 23 years old, so he is not under the rule bracket. I cannot say him. So Liverpool are next. Oh, this is a big one. They've got quite a few good youngsters. I could say Harvey Elliott, you know. For his age, he's probably the nah, I can't. Sorry. The man bun, the hairstyle, I can't put myself through, I can't even finish my sentence, guys. It has to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. 21 years old, Champions League winner, probably the best right back in the world. What a player. What a whip he's got in him. You know, people question him about his defensive abilities. It's all talk. He's so good. If we're talking about the best player under 22 in Liverpool, it has to be Trent. Cracking player. Okay, City are next, and there's only one name I can put out there. You know, Pep doesn't play too many of the kids, but I mean, it has to be Phil Foden. The 19-year-old, every time he gets a chance for City, not only is he a City fan, but he shines through. You know, when he gets the chance, which it's a shame that he doesn't get more chances under Pep, which is understandable because of the amount of squad depth. What a player he is. A future England star and hopefully a future City star. What a baller. I just wish he got more game time. Now, United have a few options as their best youngster. I narrowed it down to 3. Wan-Bissaka, Greenwood and Rashford. Now, Greenwood has bags of potential, but he isn't starting as much as players like Rashford is, and you can say that it's because he's younger. But I ended up going with Rashford because, I mean, right now, he's just unbelievable for them. 13 goals in 14 for club and country under recent record. How can I pick anyone else with that sort of record? Marcus Rashford, you have the most potential. He could go very far, that guy. But we all know Wan-Bissaka and Greenwood will too. It was a very difficult decision, but you have to pick one. Now, for Newcastle, I found this one quite difficult, you know. I had to pick out the Longstaff brothers, and I couldn't make a decision, so I'm just going to say they are both right up there with bags of potential. I just really hope Steve Bruce keeps giving them game time because they could both flourish into really good central midfielders, and they're English, so you never know, they could get a cheeky England call-up soon. Who knows? Norwich are next, and the 21-year-old Todd Cantwell, I mean, it has to be him. He's come out of nowhere. I didn't hear of him last year. This year, he's been linking up with Pukki incredibly. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists. He's 21. He's doing sick in the Premier League. He's had some special moments like beating Man City and contributing a goal to that game as well. Sheffield United, and for me this was an easy one. I mean, it has to be Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson is a United player on loan at Sheffield United, but the guy has loads of potential. The reason United are holding on to him is because they see how much potential he has. He could be the successor of David De Gea. Why not? He's 22 years old, and I could even see him in an England shirt soon. Who knows? Definitely someone to keep an eye on. Now, Southampton, I narrowed it down to 2. I was thinking about Michael Obafemi, but then I realised Musa Djenepo. The guy's 21 years old. He scored an incredible goal against Sheffield United, where he just ran through their team. And, you know, for a team that haven't been so good this year, he's got 2 goals and 1 assist. Definitely someone to keep an eye on. Now, Tottenham Hotspur next, and I probably would have said Davinson Sanchez or Harry Winks, but they're both 23, so that rules them out. So I thought, you know, why not mix things up and go for a younger name? So I did. 17-year-old Troy Parrot. Now, I checked out his grade for Youth League stats. Now, in 4 games this season, he's got 6 goals and 1 assist. He's got a big future ahead of him, I reckon. Right, what for the next? There weren't too many options. I could have gone for someone like Domingos Quina or Ismaila Sarr. Now, they signed Sarr, and I ended up going with him. The 21-year-old has only got a goal in 10 games this season, but you know what? Watford have pretty much been useless this season, so stats really go out the window because they can't even score goals. Maybe he'll start performing when he's got Troy Deeney up front to give him a few more chances now that he's back from injury. We're going to find out, but he is my most potential youngster in the team right now. On to the last 2, West Ham and Wolves. Now, let's begin with West Ham. You guys think I'm going to say Declan Rice. It would be the easy option. You know, England player. Loads of potential. I'm going to mix things up again. The 19-year-old Dian Garner, who's been playing for West Brom, and in 19 games, as a winger, he's got 5 goals and 6 assists. Skillful, powerful, fast. And this man is going to be one of the main reasons that he's helped them along to get promotion, get West Brom back in the Premier League. His loan will finish at West Brom, and I think he should walk back into that West Ham team because he is a very good winger. I mean, of course, Declan Rice is up there as well. I just wanted to give you some new information. The last team, but definitely not least, is Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, I narrowed it down to 2 names. Max Kilman, who played at lower league level. I forgot the team he played for, but it was somewhere in the northeast. And now he's just broken through to the first team at Wolves. I narrowed it down to him or Morgan Gibbs White, and I ended up going with Gibbs White. I'm sorry, Max. Gibbs White is a 19-year-old playmaker who's been absolutely smashing it in the youth leagues. He's only played a few games in the Premier League, and he's been decent. But someone to keep an eye out when he does break through to the first team, because he's a baller. So that is the 20 Premier League clubs complete of the most potential youngster at each team. Let me know in the comments which players I forgot, which ones I should have gone with if I got any wrong. I put my hands up, I'm sorry. And let me know which ones I got bang on. I'm going to be following the career of every player I named at this team. If I get one right, make sure you screen record this video and say Thogden called it. Please subscribe for more Premier League content so you never miss a video. Make sure you turn on notifications, click the all videos as well because YouTube will mess you around. The like target today is 23 likes. Yep, that is it. If we hit that, I am happy and Thogdad will be happy too. 23 likes and Thogdad will be back in the next video. There you go. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Have a great Friday evening, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.